What's happening, YouTube? What's happening, Hoops fans? It's your boy Fordo back at it again. Today is the start of round 2. Unofficially, kind of, because one of the series already started already, but it's still official now that everybody is locked in and loaded. But before we get into my predictions for round 2, let's recap my prediction for round 1 and see how I did. Alright, let's do it. First series was the Celtics versus the Heat. I came up short with that one because I said the Heat would win. And they didn't have playoff Jimmy. So because they didn't have playoff Jimmy, the Heat lost. So the Celtics clearly, obviously, went on to the next one to continue their miraculous season of dominance. Next series, we have the Knicks versus the Sixers. I said the Sixers in 6 or 7. They lost, and it was the Knicks that really, it was Jalen Brunson. Let's just keep it a buck. It was Jalen Brunson who carried the Knicks to the W to the next series. Congrats to the Knicks again, but do y'all have enough firepower for the next round? We'll see. Next series, we have the Pacers versus the Bucks. And I said the Pacers was going to win, and they did. They played with the right pace and space. They didn't have the Greek Freak, and they barely had Dame. So there's that. And then the final series of the Eastern Conference first round was the Orlando Magic versus the Cavaliers. That one went to 7 games. I tip my hat to the Magic for an outstanding run that they had. But Donovan Mitchell really owed the Cavs fans an apology, and he showed up and showed out. That's what's up. Now, Western Conference recap. First series, we have OKC versus the Pelicans. I didn't know it was going to be a sweep, but kind of figured without Zion, OKC team basketball over anything. You know what I'm saying? Enough of that. Next series, we had the Lakers lose again to the Denver Nuggets. At least they won one game like I predicted. They just fired Darvin Ham. JJ Redick may be the next coach. Maybe. I ain't say for sure, but if you really pay attention to basketball and y'all seen the podcast that JJ and LeBron have together on YouTube, y'all know it's coming up, man. A little foreshadowing, but who am I? Next, we had the Timberwolves versus the Suns. I was not expecting sweep, but MF'N said,
"It's my time. It's my time."
Sent that boy Kevin Durant home. Sent Booker home. Now both of them guys scrambling to find different teams. I'm hearing Booker wants to go to New York. KD wants to go to Miami. And they leaving Bradley Beal in the dust. And honestly, it was the Suns' fault that they even traded for Beal. Like, come on, bro. How y'all expect to win a championship with a fragile-ass, inconsistent-ass player? He's not the same Bradley Beal. But anyway, that's another story for another day. The last series we had in the first round was the Clippers versus the Mavs. And thank God, I'm so happy for Luka. I'm so happy for Luka. He finally got over the Clipper hump and got a series win over them guys. I mean, like I said before, I'm not going to cheer for a team with James Harden on it, especially with this in this stage of his career. Nah, I'm good. All right, that was round 1. Now let's get into round 2. First series we got in the Eastern Conference is the Boston Celtics versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. I learned my lesson going against Boston. I don't think Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs have enough firepower to obtain the 3-ball dominance of Celtic basketball. Plus, their defense is immaculate. What the fuck is immaculate? I'm not finna go against defense because that wins championships. So I'm gonna go Boston. I say that's like 5 or 6. Next series in the Eastern Conference, and the last one, we have a good old rivalry between Indiana and New York. When I first heard that this was going to be the second round series, I instantly went back to Spike Lee versus Reggie Miller. All the old head Hoops fans, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. For all the new kids, do your homework. Reggie Miller was more than just a TNT analyst. He was a savage for Indiana, man. Savage. Him and Spike Lee would go back and forth during the last playoff series. They had the infamous choke sign. Come on, man. That gets me fired up every time. But going back to today in 2024 playoffs, I'm going to go Indiana. I'm a sucker for the underdog. For real. I really am. And I don't think Jalen Brunson has enough in him to carry a team through another 6 or 7 games. without the help of DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and all these other guys. Like, the other guys have to really step up. Like, how many more games does Jalen Brunson have to score 30 or 35 or 40 for the Knicks to be successful? That man's gonna run out of gas eventually. And I'm not wishing no ill will on nobody, because I would rather see him play, but he just can't do it by himself. It's not gonna lead them to championship. That's not how this shit works. One of them team basketball teams is gonna smack the shit out of the Knicks. So if it ain't Indiana, I don't know who. So my vote again is Indiana. Moving on to the Western Conference, second round, first series, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Denver Nuggets. They already had their game one, and Ant-Man went for 43 in Denver. Savage. In order for the Nuggets to be successful, Jamal Murray must bring his A game. Now, I get it, he's still dealing with the calf strain, and that's painful for people who hoop for real. The Joker can't do it by himself. Michael Porter Jr., he could do what he do. Aaron Gordon, same thing. KCP, same thing. The supporting cast off the bench, they can do what they do. But without Jamal Murray, this team is not victorious. In order for the Nuggets to be successful, which was my vote, Murray, Joker, all of those guys got to be bringing their A game against Ant-Man, Gobert, Cat, who's now back and healthy, Nas Reed, so on and so forth. It's definitely going 7, though. Just like how Minnesota stole a game in Denver, I feel like Denver is more than capable of stealing the game in Minnesota. Who knows? So, like I said, I'm going Denver. We in the Mile High City anyway, so why not? In the last series of the Western Conference, we have OKC versus the Dallas Mavericks. Two team basketball teams. Two MVP candidates.
That's about to be spicy, bro.
Shea versus Luka. Man, may the best supporting cast win. That's all I have to say with that. OKC may be the first seed, but I don't think Chet can battle with bigs like Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, PJ Washington. I don't think Chet can battle with them guys. And the next big that OKC may have is Bismack Biyombo. I may be forgetting somebody, but he ain't finna do anything. If anything, commit fouls. So with Shea and Jalen Williams, J-Dub, them two is going to have to bring the fire out of the offense. Just like with Dallas, Luka and Kyrie got to bring that fire out of the offense. So this is an evenly matched series. They have the same amount of stars. They have the same amount of supporting cast. It's just a matter of who wants it the most between the Mavs and the Thunder. In my personal opinion, I'm going to go with the Mavs. This is Luka's time. And I feel like whoever wins this series wins the MVP. Hot take, but hey, this is what I'm here for. Anyways, that's my predictions for round 2 and my recap of round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Hope y'all are continuing to enjoy playoff basketball, because I am. It's getting crazy and I love it. Comment down below if I messed up on anything, or if you want to rebuttal on any of my predictions. Let's talk about it in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, let's get it, y'all.